Breaking news in the race for New York City mayor. Independent candidate Jim Walden dropping out of the race.
Walden made that announcement late this afternoon. We'll have more on that in a moment. But first, gun violence is taking center stage in the campaign today. Political reporter Marcia Kramer is here to explain. Marcia.
Well, Justin, KJ, given the upsurge in gun violence, it already had Mayor Adams sending an additional 1,000 cops to the Bronx. It's no surprise that Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa both rushed to Crown Heights to call for more cops and to put the policies of the Democratic standard bearer in the crosshairs. Zohran Mamdani stuck to his guns.
For me, the number one most important thing is the outcome of public safety. Whatever can create that outcome, I will consider it.
It was a bold statement for a candidate whose commitment to police and public safety have been under the microscope since he entered the race, reflecting perhaps the recent surge in gun violence both in the Bronx and at the West Indian Day Parade. But I wanted to know what measures Zohran Mamdani would consider to make sure the streets are safe. If you found that there was violent outbreaks in different communities and you felt the need to hire more police than currently, would you do that in order to make sure the communities are safe? The Queens Assemblyman didn't answer that, instead talking about creating a Department of Public Safety where civilians assume responsibility for some things the police do now.
Part of that is taking mental health response, homelessness, out of the police department's set of responsibilities such that they can actually follow through on the responsibilities that give New Yorkers a real sense of trust and peace in the city that they call home.
Andrew Cuomo in Crown Heights, where 6 shootings marred the West Indian Day Parade, says more cops is the answer, not the Mamdani plan.
Sending a social worker to do the job where you need a police officer is totally misguided. So he literally has this political view that has no connection to reality.
You want social workers to deal with these gang problems that are plaguing your borough? Because that's what Zohran Mamdani wants. He wants social workers. He does not want additional cops. I want additional cops.
Political experts chalked up Mamdani's plan to inexperience, hinting he could change course if he gets elected.
It tends to be something out of a sociology class in college somewhere. The idea of tough law enforcement doesn't really matter. The idea of decriminalizing things is all that matters.
Meanwhile, Mamdani picked up the endorsement of former Mayor Bill de Blasio, who also defended his public safety plan.
Yes, we need police for a variety of situations, but why don't we flood the zone with mental health workers to help get a lot of those people off the streets and create more of a sense of order? I think what people are going to see from Zohran when he's mayor is actually he will be able to do things that previous mayors didn't.
Now, the Queens Assemblyman told me he was thrilled to get de Blasio's endorsement. Sliwa and Cuomo were critical. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Mayor Adams pointed out that the latest crime stats show that shootings are at a record low. The spokesperson added that the violence at the West Indian American Day Parade is, quote, a painful reminder that even one shooting is one too many.
It certainly is. Let's get back to Jim Walden and that he's dropped out of the race, trailing in the polls. He wants other candidates that are also trailing in the polls to drop out as well. What difference does the state of the race look like with now he's gone? And will his request will it fall on deaf ears, in other words?
Well, it's too early to tell whether it's going to fall on deaf ears, but I spoke to Jim Walden right before coming out, and he tells me that this is a choice between ambition and values, and he is now challenging the other candidates to put their ambition aside and look at the values. He says he takes a look at Mr. Mamdani, and he called him what I call his quote, a Trojan horse, and he says that if the other candidates really care about the space of the city, the source of the city, what's going to happen, they should drop out. At least some of them should drop out so there can be a one-on-one contest. Remains to be seen. He also says the timing is by the end of this month. So we'll see.
Wow. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you, Marcia.